So this research set out to explore the variety of social and cultural values associated with trees outside of woodland and aim to feed this evidence into a variety of policy aims, but particularly in relation to the social benefits and impact of tree planting and management. We know that trees are an important part of the fabric of cultures and societies, and that understanding the values that people associate with trees can inform better policy, practice and management of our treescape. However, these values are often hard to capture in quantitative methods, and that's where qualitative research, including things like interviews and focus groups, are really valuable and important ways of gathering evidence that can feed into policy. So we created this guide because in the early phases of our research, when we were trying to identify existing approaches to kind of identifying social and cultural values and applying them in these settings to do with trees outside of woodlands, we found that these frameworks can often be quite confusing and complex and don't always translate well into an applied setting. And so the aim of the guide is to show how there are a variety of approaches that can be used for specific purposes. So for example, you might want to use a sense of place approach, which considers trees as both cultural and geographical landmarks that are important parts of how people feel attached to the place they live in, and that can show how these are important considerations in planning and design. Or you might take a relational approach and understand how people form specific relationships to specific trees that might centre around care and attachment.